Choo-choo! Choo-choo! Ha 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 ha!
And what is up, everyone? Welcome to FSP. This is Fun Speculation Ultimate. Not in the PM, I guess, even though it is in the PM, because Pong is not going to be here for a while. So just Fun Speculation Ultimate, I guess, is what we'll settle on for the time being till Pong's back. But I appreciate each and every one of y'all for being here, either live or after the fact. Yes, we did not have a show last week, as I was in Massachusetts. They're hanging out with all the fishermen over there by the ocean, and it was we had a great trip last week. Went to Salem, went to some other like port towns and places on the near the coast and stuff, and we stayed in a town called Gloucester, even though I didn't know how to say it for a while because it was like Gloucester or something is how it was spelled, but I figured out the locals call it Gloucester, and it's like the original port of like the U.S. or something like that, so it was pretty cool to see. But yeah, I had fun last week hanging out there with all of the Yankees. Salem was a trip, although the craziest thing in Salem, I would say, was all the evangelists telling everybody that they're going to hell for being in Salem on Halloween, which was crazy to see. But yeah, it was a crazy scene there last week, man. But we had a blast as a family. Got to see my wife's family and stuff like that. But yeah, we're happy to be back. And right now, I think Fuzzy's headed this way. He's probably feeding his cats again. Kate has a suspicion that he's actually feeding the pussy and not the cats, but we'll have to wait and see if that's actually true or not. We'll ask him about it when he gets here. But Jasper is here from outer space. As he said, might be able to join us for next little while, at least every week. But yeah, man, you also had a trip that you went on, and you got to do some fun stuff, Jasper.
Yeah, it's a good thing there wasn't a show last week, because I think you would have been the only one here, because I was also traveling. I went to Florida and was at Universal. And then I went to a Halloween party with some friends that I have down there. So I spent like 3 or 4 days down in Florida just doing some fun stuff. And got back and went to work, and now I'm super busy. So, just living life, doing stuff. I haven't played a single game since probably last Monday.
Yeah. Gaming's been weird for me too, man, because like we went on vacation and stuff, and Outer Worlds 2 had just come out. So I played a little bit of that, streamed it. I was super enjoying it. But then I've still had my supermarket simulator addiction, and I also know we're going out of town. I always think like, oh, I'm gonna game on the plane and stuff, But when
Yeah,
you're
I tried that too. I got like an hour into Pokemon, and then I'm like, I'm just gonna watch something. And I ended up watching the Thunderbolts on the plane or whatever. So
yeah, the first plane we were at didn't even have like a screen or anything to watch anything, so it was just like, but it was the smallest seats I've ever sat in. And like I made a post, like I never am jealous of like super short people until like you're about to fucking walk on a plane. Like I don't have anywhere to put my knees, man. I had a foot
I don't know if
injury
it.
from the plane, from like my foot being cramped for like 3.5 hours. It's crazy.
There's some planes that are small, like, and if I get a window seat, like I'm just like the shape of a C or whatever the whole time, and then when I get out, I'm like my fucking neck hurts. It'd be
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Yeah, the first plane we flew was American Airlines, and that one was horrible. And on the way back, we actually flew Delta, which, you always hear bad things about Delta, but that was probably the most comfortable flight I've been in yet. And it had the screen. They gave us like drinks twice instead of just once. They even gave us free headphones and stuff to plug into the screen and all these kind of things. I was like, man, they're making American Airlines look bad, bro. And also had just like maybe 2 more inches of leg room, which goes a super fucking long way, for a guy like me on a plane. So, shout out to Delta for being better than American
That reminds
Airlines.
me, the fucking pretzels that Southwest serves. I don't know what the hell they are, but they're so good.
Oh, I like the Biscoff. Is that what they're called? Biscoff cookies?
Yeah,
Yeah, Lotus cookies are like, yeah,
yeah.
those are fucking good, man. But yeah, Delta gave, I chose Cheez-Its with Delta. Those were great. But yeah, it is. I was thinking, hey, I'm gonna bring. I got the Switch. I'm gonna bring it, and I got my tablet. I can also, like play on there and stuff. And then there's like so little room. Like I can't even put the, you got the fucking like seat thing in front of you with the tray table. Like I can't even bring that down. It like sets on my stomach. So like if I put anything on it, it like slides backwards towards the seat. Yes, I know I'm too fat for it. I hear you, everybody. It's not their fault. It's mine, right? But granted, I can't even fucking use that. So it's like, how am I gonna get comfortable and play a game when I'm like scrunched like this, and my legs are fucking all compressed and stuff? I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying not to
I
get
got
blood
s-
clots. That's all
I
I'm
got so
thinking
lucky.
about.
My first flight, I was the only one in my row, and then in my second flight, there was the middle seat was empty, so I
Yeah.
had plenty of room to stretch out.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I got an aisle seat on both because I just I have to have an aisle seat and for my fucking leg. But yeah, it was me and Kate and my daughter next to each other.
Yeah,
So
longer flights, I'll usually try to get an aisle seat just so I can stretch out.
yeah. Yeah, these were like 3.5 hour flights, so not like that bad, but it's
Yeah.
still a good amount of travel. Even if you say it's like, hey, it's a 3.5 hour flight, it still takes you like 9 hours to travel that day because you got to get to the fucking airport, then you got to travel. Our flight was delayed both times, so
Same.
we had that, and then the worst thing is we actually got back to Dallas because we had to wait forever for one of the terminal like shuttles to take us to the terminal where our car was because we landed at a different terminal than we entered in at when we left here.
Yeah.
And so I had to wait forever for that, which in Boston, shout out to Logan Airport, because there you don't have to fucking wait. There's like a shuttle there every fucking 5 seconds. Here I was waiting we're waiting fucking 20 minutes probably for a shuttle. And then when it finally showed up, it was like pretty much damn near full. And it was like a tiny little like bus, like if you're back in school, you call it the short bus. So it was like one of those, right? And then it took forever to get. So it was like an hour and a half after we landed before we could even get to the car, which was crazy. But anyway, yeah, Logan Airport is the best in my opinion that I've been in so far. Shout out to
Airports are
Masshole.
so easy if you get TSA pre-check because you can basically just walk right on in.
That wasn't a problem. We don't have that, but like that
Oh.
wasn't really a problem for us because like the security checkpoints were like dead.
Oh,
Like like getting in and out of the airports was fine. It was the only issue we had was getting the flights being delayed, and then getting back to the car once we were back in Dallas. That was pretty much it. Yeah, but shout out to Masshole. I don't know what part of Massachusetts you're from, brother, but I met lots of your kin there. Lots of the fellow fishermen down there by the sea, down by the marshes, down by the bay. I saw Manchester by the Sea, which is actually a town not to be confused with Manchester by the Bay. It was Manchester by the Sea. I got some seafood in Essex. It's called Essex Seafood. It was fucking awesome. Got food from Gloucester. We went to the stores there in Gloucester. Yeah, Newport Berry. It's Newburyport. We went to Newburyport. It was fucking awesome there. Although it was windy as shit there. I don't know if that's normal, brother. But you guys got some fucking wind there by the ocean in Massachusetts. Yeah, it was crazy, man.
You try any clam chowder?
I did. I got some clam chowder in Newburyport. I got some clam chowder. I also got some fish and chips, some fried haddock, and fried haddock and fries with some clam chowder. And they had some wings there too. I gotta say though, the haddock at that place was not that great. I did have fried clams. Masshole, I had fried clams at Essex Seafood. That was the best seafood I ever had in my life. I got the seafood fry. I had fried clams. I had the shrimp. It had the haddock. It had like scallops in it. Oh yeah, that was Essex Seafood. That was awesome. That was absolutely awesome. And I saw some cool shit there, man. Also, when we were heading back into Boston, when we were going to leave, we had some time to kill. So we stopped at this place on the outskirts, and we got some coffees. I got to say this. I know that Dunkin' Donuts is like, all you fucking Massachusettsians, massholes and stuff, you all love Dunkin' Donuts. I got Dunkin' Donuts here, too, and I love Dunkin' Donuts. I get my iced caramel macchiato all the time here. But when I was in Boston, the Dunkin' Donuts there, they suck ass compared to the Dunkin' Donuts here. So I don't know what the fuck is going on there with you guys and your love for Dunkin' Donuts, but you got to fix that shit there because it's better here in Dallas. I got to tell you. And it wasn't just me. It was me. It was my mother-in-law. It's my wife. We all tasted it. We all tasted the same shit. Was that? Yeah, even our daughter didn't like. Yeah, something's up with the Dunkin' Donuts in Boston. I don't know what it is. Starbucks was better. Just gotta say, Starbucks was better.
Our daughter getting JP Licks and you seeing the donut.
Oh yeah. So we had time to kill. So we were going around. We found the shopping center because my daughter wanted JP Licks. Shout out to JP Licks, great ice cream there. All right, so. And then I saw this place. I was like, oh my god, this a sign on the side said like voted best donuts in Boston. Like 2023. I was like, oh, I had a couple years ago, they were the best donuts. And I saw it said unique square donuts. I was like, holy shit. I've never had a square donut before. And they're unique. So I'm going to go there and get the unique square donuts. And then I was disappointed. The place is actually called Union Square Donuts. So they were regular shaped donuts. They weren't square. It was just called Union Square Donuts. But I did go in there and got some donuts. They were pretty good, but nothing like the mom and pop shops here. Gotta say. I still gotta give props to all the little hole in the wall donut shops here. Yeah, there was a guy there and he picked up his order and he had the thickest Boston. This is what he sounded like. I'm actually mimicking his voice right now. He had the thickest Boston accent I ever heard before in my life. He picked up his order and they're like, what was your order, sir? Who was your order for, sir? And he's like, Connor. My order's for Connor. I think he said Connor, but it was Connor. So shout out to Connor. You got your Union Square Donuts there in whatever town we were fucking in. I don't know. Anyway.
So did you just go to the donut shop because you thought they were square donuts?
Yes. I told you we were in JP. We were inside. We were inside somewhere. I was at JP Licks and I looked over. I was like, oh my gosh, that place has unique square donuts.
So you're telling me if someone just opens a donut shop that sells square donuts, you just go there because they're square?
Well, if it was named Unique Square Donuts, it would catch my attention because I'm like, wow, those are unique. They were square and they were voted best in Boston in 2023. So I was like, hell yeah, I got to go get some of those fucking unique square donuts. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I'm never going to be here again.
You probably won't be.
Yeah. But yeah, that was just the name of the place, Union Square.
I think it was
So,
that little area of
what
of the outside mall because they were setting up the ice rink and
is
stuff
that?
there.
Was that place called Union Square?
I don't know.
Is that a chain in Boston? Unique Square
No,
Donuts?
it's Union Square.
Yeah, oh yeah, not Unique Square, Union Square. Is that a chain? Anyway,
And after spending almost a week in a whole house with
yeah.
the whole family,
Uh-huh.
you came home and got your nut.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Everybody. We had fun there in Massachusetts. And we've been talking like that all fucking week cuz everybody we run into talks like that. So but yeah, shout out to all of you for being here. What are you talking about? I love Wendy's, masshole. I do love Wendy's. You called me out. I don't know how you knew that about me, but I do love me some Wendy's. But you do anything else fun in Universal? Like you got to ride some rides?
Yeah, we went to Universal, the park itself, and then Islands of Adventure. So it's like two different parks. And then we basically rode everything except the Jurassic Park roller coaster because it was like a 2 hour wait. But other than that, it was pretty fun. The Hagrid's, the Harry Potter ride where you like ride a bike, that's a roller coaster. That's like
Yeah,
probably
yeah.
like the funnest roller coaster I've been on. Then there was Hulk, which is kind of more intense. So if you like more intense stuff, you may like that more. That was fun. Other than that, it was pretty chill and kind of stuff I already done before. Yeah. So
Cool. Right on, man. Yeah, like I was telling you before, like I haven't been there since I was a kid, and like the only thing I remember is Jaws and Indiana Jones. So we need to go there at some point. But yeah, I didn't do much gaming, man. I planned on it. I brought everything with me to game, but it was just when you're on vacation, you're out. We were walking around so much
that's
every day, like
that's why I say like I don't care about handhelds because every time I travel, like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna play it, and then I play it for like an hour when I go on vacation. I'm like, yeah, well,
yeah.
whatever.
Like it's just exhausted from walking off. Like I think when we were in Salem that day, we walked for like 6 hours. And then like the day before we were at Newburyport and we were walking for a few hours there and just like going around and doing all these things and hanging out with family and stuff. So I did check on my store. I had to check out my store, my supermarket simulator store. I checked on that with the cloud gaming because it's available to play on cloud. So I checked on that. But even when we got back, I've had a lot of stuff to do. Like we get back in town, you're trying to play catch up, and I've had a lot of stuff to do around the house. Like our dryer's not working right now, so I'm trying to fix that and unclog. I thought it was a clogged vent. I think it still might be, but I can't get it unclogged. So working on that. Had to fix the toilets and had to get new bobbers in them. The things.
Yeah.
Had to fucking change a bunch of lights on the outside of the house because some reason they started all going at the same time. Anyway, it's just been fucking busy. So
I feel it.
plan on I am after the show tonight. I am gonna finally buy arcraiders. And I figured you had probably played, but I forgot you were out of town also. So
Yeah.
because that's the game's up your alley for sure, I think. But hey, what's up with you, Fuzz? Welcome to the show, sir. Did you feed your cats? Oh, you're
You're muted.
bro. Oh, I can't hear. We can't hear Fuzzy.
Wait, you're muted.
There we go.
There we go, bro.
Yeah, there you go.
What's up, man?
Not too much. No, the wife's going to feed the cats today, but had a lot of other things to do before the show.
Right on, man. Well, thanks for being here as always. Have you been dabbling in arcraiders or anything else?
No, I haven't picked it up yet. I've been mainly playing NASCAR 25 as well as Outer Worlds 2. I wanted to pick up arcraiders, but I wanted to wait until everybody I know that I'm going to wind up joining has it kind of thing. So I'm not the only one doing solos and things like that. Although it looks like it's a lot easier than the Dark Zone as far as doing solos and stuff. The cool thing I've been seeing a lot of people do is like somebody jumps them just as they're extracting, but they're still able to extract. So that's I think the biggest advantage for a extraction shooter right now, other than like with Division, where you don't lose the gear that you bring in, kind of thing. But yeah, for the most part, want to pick it up, but I'm gonna wait until you got it and PTK got it and a few others got it. So
Yeah, right on, man. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it tonight. It's been everybody's talking about it because it's like the game right now. In what's crazy is Battlefield 6 came out. I played it for a couple days and I'm like, I just haven't even touched it. You know, I think with
They just dropped their BR mode too, like last week.
yeah, I did try that. I tried it like for one or two matches, and my impression was, wow, this is actually going to be really good. But I didn't have a chance to like stick around and play a lot. But what I did play, I could like it. The map felt good. The way that you could bring in your teammates back and everything. It's kind of like Warzone, but like Battlefield-esque. I actually ended up the squad I was with was like a bunch of randoms. We ended up getting second. It had like 5 or 6 kills, I think. I was playing recon class. I like how the classes can play off of each other when you're working together and stuff. And the graphics were insane. I think I actually told Kate like this. I mean, when I was playing, I was like, this is going to give Warzone a run for its money, possibly, because it felt that good. I don't know if it actually will or not, but that's how it felt when I was playing it. You know, it's gotta take off and stuff still, but if you were to ask me, would I rather play that right now or Warzone? 100%, I'd rather play the Battle Royale on Battlefield. So I don't know what everybody else's perception is, but that's what mine was.
I've played probably like a dozen or so matches of it now, duos with a buddy, and I would say like the biggest complaint I have is just like we've made it several times to like the top 10, like some of the final circles, and there's just been like 2 tanks just fucking sitting on a hill waiting, and that's kind of annoying. But
yeah, we had that's when we finished second. There was a tank close to us at that point. Luckily we were able to avoid it. And I don't know exactly what happened to it. I saw one of my teammates shooting it with a missile launcher. I was using the drone trying to mark enemies and stuff, you know, for the teammates. And then we're sniping and we ended up getting killed by a guy that flanked us at the end. But overall we did pretty good, like on that match. The first match I played, I just got knocked out like instantly, I think. But yeah, overall I was really impressed with it. I do see that like I think you got to be prepared for that stuff. Like, and that's kind of like one of the things like it's gonna come with the classes, like, you know.
I was playing duos and I shot the tank with a rocket, reloaded, shot it with another rocket. It's just a fucking tank. It just takes like 5 rockets to kill. So it's like
yeah.
If I'm the only one fighting it, you know, it's like
yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. Now I noticed some like weapons lying around and stuff that
yeah, they have a thing called like anti-armor drops, like whenever there's a vehicle nearby, they will sometimes drop down. But I don't know.
Yeah.
They did update the challenges, so the challenges are easier to do now. They just pushed that up last night or the night before.
Right on.
So I had a bunch of challenges autocomplete.
So were you playing with randoms or with your friends?
I was just playing duos with a buddy.
Okay, that's right. That's what you said. Cool, man. Yeah, so yeah, besides that, I had played that just to give it a shot. Other than that, I've just been playing pretty much Supermarket Simulator. And I played a little bit of Ball Pit on the Switch. And that's pretty much it. But yeah, my plan this weekend is to try and play a lot of arcraiders. So we'll see how it goes. I hope I enjoy it. I mean, everybody's talking about it's like the best thing right now for multiplayer. And also people are saying that Marathon doesn't stand a fucking chance. Like this was something all these companies were trying to do. Like, who's going to be the first one to have like a major extraction shooter hit? Right? Because all these companies have been trying to do this stuff. And this one is the one. And maybe that's going to become like the status quo, you know, PvE type extraction shooter out there. That's available in all places. You know what I mean? So we'll have to wait and see. But right now, it's off to a really good start. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Masshole again, Poison Maniac, Punty. We got Nikita Percy here, BT Maverick. What's up? Let's see here. We got you guys are active in the chat. Cyber Gunter here hanging out. Mr. Waffles. What's up? Thatch, how's it going? Shout out to you. TK Chillin. Web Dave, what's up, sir? Fuzzy Tomato is here. E-Ranks. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Thank you all for being here. Yeah, sorry for the just random ramblings in the beginning of the show, but just got back from out of town, so kind of lots to catch up on with the friends and stuff. Well, guys, there has been a lot of gaming news. It's kind of weird not having Pong here. It sucks. We miss you, Pong. Shout out to you, man. Can't wait to have you back. But yeah, with lots of gaming news here the last week or two. We're kind of going to run through some stuff so we can kind of get some thoughts on it. Obviously, the big news today, and we'll get into that later, which with GTA. But I wanted to touch on this because there is a PlayStation device, the PS Portal, that finally got something that should have been available at fucking launch, and everybody's celebrating this, which is cool. I think finally, if you bought one of those PS Portals at launch, and what is it, 2 years now? Has it been 2 years?
I think so.
Come out maybe
Close to it, at least.
Yeah, so
year and a half.
2 years after launch, as it was pretty much only a console streaming device. Finally, they made it to where you can play games in the cloud as well. So they're making some of their PS5 exclusives and stuff playable via the cloud. I think, do you have to have like a PS Extra or Premium account for that? Does anybody know? Are you aware?
I'll be honest.
I believe you have to have the premium for the streaming.
So you have to have the premium, which is, that one is like $20 a month, I think. $21.99 or $19.99, something like that. So if you have that, then you can finally play some games on the PS Portal streaming, and that means you don't have to only console stream, which means, hey, guess what? You don't need to own a PlayStation console now to play PlayStation games. Why would they do that? Why would they make it to where you don't need a console? Have we heard anybody saying these things?
No.
I've seen some just Xbots like making fun of it, being like, "Oh, look, the PlayStation's taking the same direction Xbox is," but it's like whatever.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all knew eventually it was going to that this was where gaming is headed, and they're trying to make their games as accessible as possible. And the truth is, honestly, you didn't already need one. You could, if you were playing on the cloud, you could use your phone and like a backbone and cloud stream that way, right? Like, and that's was my argument against the PS Portal when it launched, was that if you had a phone and you got like a backbone, if you have like a Apple or a Razer Kishi or something, if you have Android, and you had the PS Premium, it actually had more features for remote play and console streaming than the fucking PS Portal did. And everybody already has a phone. So I just didn't ever understand the purpose of that device. Still, really, I don't understand it 100% because, you know, it's still not doing anything more than your phone can do. But the fact that it at least has the same capabilities that a phone does, and that it will have a slightly larger screen maybe than some people's phones, I don't know, maybe makes it more justifiable for a purchase, being that it has the PlayStation grips and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean? So but yeah, it was just kind of weird seeing that, you know, finally that this is a feature. And I could have swore, honestly, I thought that they had added this like a year ago.
I thought so too. Like I could have sworn after the whole debacle on the Starlink on a plane, where it's like, oh, it works great on a plane if you pay thousands of dollars for Starlink. But I remember something along these lines being mentioned before, where you'd be able to do the streaming for the the cloud games and things, and I guess it was in beta all this time for
Right.
I mean,
those that were in that room.
I don't know
or
if it was
something.
like confusion, but because I know like when PlayStation started doing their backwards compatible thing, like all the PlayStation 3 games are cloud streamed. So maybe that's it was like you're streaming a cloud streamed game because it was only remote play or whatever. So like if you play a PlayStation 3 game from your PlayStation 5, but then stream it to your portal, you're like double streaming. So maybe that's where like it was.
I guess, but yeah, this just feels like something that should have been day one.
Yeah, 100%.
I mean, at least the device itself is what 200 now. It probably should be a little bit less at this point, but
Yeah.
I think it's like the equivalent of like the G Cloud, and I think even the G
Mhm.
Cloud could do more because at least you had access to a browser.
Right. Yeah, that was the thing too. Is when that came out, like the G Cloud was already pretty cheap, and it was like that had more features. Also, you know what I mean? Because you could do a lot of the stuff that you couldn't do on the portal. So the portal never made sense to me as like a device to exist until now, finally. That at least it has the same functionality that other devices have to access your games, right? So it just never made sense. Like, hey, this is a first party device, and it's less capable than anything else out there at playing fucking PlayStation games. Um, the console streaming only was just ridiculous. So yeah, it should have been available at launch. So glad they finally got it out there. There's also been talk with their pushing games out to more places about them finally maybe getting that PC storefront soon and doing dual entitlement like Xbox Anywhere, to where you're going to be able to buy your game and access it on PC and console. Did you guys see this last week?
Yeah. Although the icon thing, I call BS on it. It looks like they just made those icons in Photoshop, and
Mm-hmm.
the guy that was trying to show it on his PS5 was doing it on his about page or the profile page. So not quite sure what he was trying to show at that point by putting it in his bio, but it would be great if they copied Xbox on this as well. It I've wanted this for PlayStation as well for the longest time because to me it makes sense, especially if they're going to put stuff on Steam to eventually have their own PC store, which it's supposedly in the works. I know they had some difficulty getting it off the ground or getting it started. Some behind the scenes disagreements or whatever, but I'm hoping it's sooner rather than later. But last I heard, we're at least a good 2 to 3 years out.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hopefully they got everything on the fast track, and I'm wrong, and it's ready by next summer. But as I understood it from the building block stuff that they were doing, it's probably 2 or 3 years out.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they're slow moving on this stuff. Like as we talked about like years ago, it wasn't because of the fact that they don't want to. I think it's a capability issue. Like Microsoft has just been way more capable about with this infrastructure, to get all these things in place. Where PlayStation is kind of like a little bit behind on that. They had to get all these studios just to be able to do the PC ports, right? Where Xbox has been making PC games for years, right? And that's why you don't see them at launch. Also, they don't have a PC storefront yet. Also, because there's a lot of headaches for them to get that out there. And if they had the PC storefront, I think they'd be trying to do day and date because their games would just sell better than releasing them later,
Yeah.
right? So, but once they do, then dual entitlement should be an expectation for gamers. Like if it's a PlayStation Store, it should just be the PlayStation Store because that's where kind of the future should be headed for them, as with all platforms, right?
I think
Yeah, go ahead, Jasper.
the interesting thing with the PlayStation Store on PC, at least, is are they going to continue to release games on Steam, or are they going to try to lock it down more so and be like, no, you can only buy our PlayStation games on our PlayStation Store? Because if that's the fact, then a lot of people would be like, I'm just not going to buy it because if it's not on Steam.
Yeah,
So.
it's a good question. Like we'll see how they do it. I think because they're already on Steam, they'll just stick with that, but maybe release the games on Steam later still and then do PC more like a PlayStation Store like sooner. Possibly. That's just one thought, but who knows? I mean, the PS6 could make it the way they designed the PS6. There's a lot of stuff out there about it right now that I don't understand. But maybe they make it easier for the developers to make the games for both PS6 and PC also. So that could be something that they're looking at and thinking about. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see kind of how they move about going forward. As we've all known that the direction was going to be headed that way. Everybody thinks they're just going to be like Nintendo forever. And we've seen the little changes they've made even over this generation where subtly they're starting to hope, hey, we're starting to put games on PC. Hey, we're moving up actually the timeline as far as getting the games out sooner on PC after launch on console. A lot of people thought they would never offer like something like Game Pass. Then they launched, PS Plus Extra and Premium tiers where they are doing different tiers of sub services. Now they're offering more options with cloud streaming and all these other kind of things. I mean, this sounds a lot like Xbox of 2016. And that's kind of the direction they're headed. And, like we said many times, like they're just going to be behind on that stuff because they aren't necessarily the innovators as far as pushing those kind of things forward. They kind of settle on the technology that's more established and do very well at it when they do decide to jump in. So
and we also said during the whole Blizzard Activision like buy-in thing, that's why Sony was fighting so hard. They were trying to delay Microsoft so they could catch up with how much time they had.
Yeah,
because they knew where Microsoft was heading and they were heading the same direction. They're just behind. So whatever they can stall Microsoft however long they can to get as close as they can, that's what they were doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think eventually we see PlayStation a lot like Xbox with the availability of games in so many places. There's just the growth isn't there in the console market. Like it's just not like they're gonna sell a lot of consoles, right? They do every single generation, but it's not growing past what they've already done. So then the only way for growth with revenue and profit is, hey, how do we make more money off of our existing user base, right? So, they're going to try and get more users. And how do you do that? You got to be in more places. So Xbox discovered that early on, probably out of necessity as well, because they just don't have as big of a user base. But all these companies want to grow. Nintendo is still going to Nintendo because they're so profitable in their devices and everything that they do that they have less of a need to try and do that. Everybody's content with them releasing outdated, shitty hardware, and outdated style, shitty games. If that's what everybody's content with Nintendo, then they don't need to do anything different because they're just going to rake in the maximum amount of profit that they can possibly make on every single thing that they do. And that's why they also, have hit 30% margins and stuff like that, which people criticize Xbox for targeting, while there are companies that have actually had those same targets and actually hit them. So we'll see what happens. But
and they're already at 10 million consoles as well. Mm-hmm. So they're outpacing the Switch 1 already.
Yeah. The Switch 2 is going bananas. But they were, to me, they were
they
just...
Go
ahead, Jasper.
They just put out a thing the other day saying that they were surprised about how many people were buying it or whatever, and they ran out of like stock or whatever. Yeah. So they were like apologizing for the shortage.
I mean, and their handhelds always sold like hotcakes, like the DSs that, I mean,
sold like 100 million or some shit.
3DS. Yeah. I mean, so the fact that it's a handheld Nintendo device, that's also a console, because they pretty much what Nintendo did is like, hey, we make most of our money on the handhelds, right? And we're most profitable and we sell way better on handheld than we do on fucking console. The Wii U was a failure.
Sold like 8 million.
Yeah, and they said, well, we're just going to go with our biggest market and we're just going to focus on handheld, and we're going to make it passable as a console. And that's basically what I think their decision was, and it's worked out well for them. I mean, it doesn't necessarily work out well for console gamers that like to play on big TVs and stuff, because I think what we got is a more hamstrung Nintendo as far as capability, as far as what their platform can do and is capable of. But for the handheld gamers and for people that want a versatile device, you know, they really got the best, because Nintendo's going to put more into that than they ever had before, you know. So I think it's just ultimately where Nintendo's gone now. They were the first to get out of the traditional console space, in my opinion. And people say, I've seen people talking about those sales numbers now, being like, "Well, you mean consoles are dead?" And also like, well, you know, handhelds are thriving. And regardless of what anybody says, to me, the Switch is and has always been primarily a handheld device. So,
I mean,
it's
even
not a
if you
surprise.
consider the Switch a console or whatever, the console market has been stagnant and lessening for the past few years anyway. Like, the people that buy consoles aren't buying as many as they used to. That's just a fact. If you look
Yeah.
at the sales for like total.
Yeah,
So.
that's something too when everybody talks about how Nintendo and how well they've always done and how they always do things right. Their consoles failed. It wasn't
Well, the
it wasn't
Wii
just the
sold a
fucking
shit
was
ton.
an
the
exception.
Wii, but the GameCube was a failure for them, and so was the Wii U. Like 2 out of 3 generations, they sold like less than anybody as far as consoles sold. Now their handhelds were flying off the shelves at that time, but those fucking consoles weren't doing that hot. The Wii changed things, but then they weren't able to capitalize it with the Wii U for some reason. Like the Wii was
Because the fucking name.
yeah, was an enigma, was an amazing thing. I loved the Wii U. I thought it was a great console. But like, yeah, they failed in the console space at getting enough sales to remain in that space, and they went full handheld. You know, that's just what they did. That's why the Wii U's lifespan was so damn short. That wasn't their plan. Oh, they killed it. They killed it just like Sega did the Dreamcast. They stopped making fucking games for it. Like what, 2 years after launch? Was it how long did the Wii
Yeah,
U
something like
last?
that.
So everybody says
Came
like
out,
you don't want
what,
them to be like, you don't want Xbox to be like Sega. Well, Nintendo fucking Sega'd themselves, and they just went fucking handheld. Really think about it, everybody. They were the first ones to get out of the console space. They got into a handheld primary space and was like, hey, but we're going to make this thing playable as a console. But we lost so many features as console gamers going from the Wii U to the Switch. All the back compat that they had established from the Nintendo store. Remember the Wii? You had access to like all, it was back compat itself. Wii U was back compat to the
And
Wii.
you had all the GameCube controller ports on the top.
Yeah, you had all the controller shit. You had also the Nintendo store you could buy all those old Nintendo games from the existing old platforms. So people had digital libraries built up of fucking generations of Nintendo games.
To be fair, like Nintendo would have to lose some backwards compatibility going forward, just because every fucking time they make a new console or a new device, they always change the format of how the fucking game cartridges are, the discs, controllers. Like they change it every time, basically, except from the Switch 1 to the Switch 2.
Yeah, but the Wii, the Nintendo store was digital.
Yeah.
Like there was no reason to lose access to your digital library of games that you bought. Now they'll say, well, you can still play on the Wii or the Wii U. Yeah, you can, but I mean that's pretty shitty.
We have a device for you. It's called an Xbox 360. If you
right,
can't play
exactly. So I mean, just really think about like the business decisions that these companies made and stuff, and you know, like PlayStation's gonna sell well. I mean, it's the PlayStation 5 is selling like hotcakes still too, and they're going to continue to do amazing. But that's still not going to be enough for them. Like they're going to want to spread out to more places. Xbox is also doing the same thing. They're still going to make the consoles and the console hybrid, but they're just doing something different than anybody else is because they're trying to do what's best for their company to attract customers and to reach users. If everybody thinks that it's just only on Xbox console is going to be the way for growth for Xbox, we're all delusional in that case. Like we could have high hopes that the Xbox changes and turns into like a 150 to 200 million console seller over a lifespan, but is that a realistic possibility? I really don't think so. So how are they going to attract those customers? Got to be in more places, and that's what they're doing. PlayStation's going to do the same thing. We're seeing it, and Nintendo went with their biggest market, which was handheld, not console. So they're all trying to find ways to innovate and grow. It's selling well. Switch 2. Man, 10 million units in a little less than 6 months, like 4 or 5
months.
Yeah, 4 or 5 months, something like that.
Yeah.
Outpacing pretty much everything. Has anything outpaced the Switch 2? Besides other handhelds, maybe? Maybe other handhelds?
Well, yeah, because I don't think they compared it to like any of the Game Boy Advance or anything along those lines. So
yeah,
but
they always get left
the
out.
Switch 1, which the Switch 1 was like bonkers when that released. And I think they this outpacing the PS4, which was the most recent, to do fairly well in its early days. But I think the PS2, not sure if that still holds the title. I know it holds the overall title, but no, because I'm wondering, didn't the Switch 1 beat the PS2 total? Or did the
I don't know.
Sony pull out like another 20 million somewhere out of the inventory somewhere?
Oh, it turns out, we had a fucking whole warehouse full of them. We'll just sell them.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting to see like where they could be, like if they end up being the best selling console of all time or whatever, what does it matter at the end of the day? I have one, you have one, Fuzzy. I'm not using mine as much as I should. But they haven't had the new games yet. Now that interests me as much. Now they will. Like that Fire Emblem looked really good. So I've mainly been trying to go back and play some of the older stuff, that I got last gen. I think it'll be a worthy device to own. But if I was to be honest with myself, would I rather be playing on a ROG Xbox Ally or a Switch 2? I'd rather be playing on the Xbox handheld right now. So, but it's a lot more expensive. So maybe I'll get one. There was a massive game that got a delay announcement today, everybody. Now I know everybody was like, oh my god, this is so fucking crazy. I can't believe it got delayed. Oh my god.
He's talking about Marvel's 1943, right?
How did you know?
Yeah.
How did you know, Jasper? I thought you were thinking I was talking about something else. But yeah, Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra got a delay today. And they didn't really give a good idea of when it was coming. Just that it's not going to be early 2026. So they said they're delaying it out of that window. Now, it is interesting that they announced that delay on the same day as another game got a huge delay announcement. Yeah. But I don't think it necessarily has anything to do with that. Unless they are saying, well, I think GTA 6 was slated for September, right? Before?
Originally May.
No,
May?
Yes, it was springtime.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe they were like...
We all thought that weird from get-go, because I don't think there's ever been a GTA that hasn't released in fall kind of thing.
Yeah.
So.
This is literally the same path that GTA 5 took.
Right. Like, I wonder if like they were trying to get it out, Marvel 1943, before GTA released, and now that they knew they had more time, they were like, oh, hey, cool. Let's take advantage of that time because we need it. Mm-hmm. Or It's just like they just needed more time and it didn't matter.
I think it was probably just coincidence that they happened the same day.
Which
And
one?
what
Which
would
one
be
was announced
tragic-
first? Technically, was it GTA or Marvel?
I have to go back and look at the posts.
Time. All I'm going to say is it's going to be tragic if it gets delayed into the window of GTA 6.
Yeah, because they didn't give like a window.
Mm.
You know, so it could be anytime. Like I made a poll for GTA
I mean,
6 asking
technically-
about when we actually think that will release. No, go
So Marvel was delayed at exactly 2 p.m. my time, and GTA 5 was delayed at exactly 2:05 p.m. my time from the Rockstar Games Twitter account and the Skydance Media Twitter account. So both their primary Twitter accounts. So 5 minutes apart.
Okay.
I wonder if they got a heads up. or they delayed themselves into the Steam engine.
Or GTA 6 is like, oh, phew, we're gonna have more time now because Marvel 1943 delayed, so we got more time. We're gonna, yeah, they're worried about Marvel instead. Yeah, no, that's for sure not the case. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that Marvel game. It looks really good, so I am glad that they're giving it more time and not rushing it out. 2026 is already going to be absolutely insane. So that was one delay, but then obviously the other massive delay was on the thumbnail. You guys see the GTA 6 was delayed. This is the second time, right? Because originally it was like 2025.
It was supposed to be out end of this year. Yeah.
And then it was delayed to like summer of 2026, right? And then now November. When do we think GTA 6 will actually release? Will there be one
November.
more delay closer to launch?
No, I think this is it. I mean, if there's another delay, I don't think it's anything more than the end of November. Like, I don't think they wait until December to release it. And
I mean, the only thing I could see them doing is what they did with GTA 5, is where they put GTA 5 out, and then for a month you can only play the campaign, and then like the multiplayer's coming a month later if they actually need more time.
Yeah. And remember when GTA Online launched, it was pretty bare bones.
It was also broken shit though too.
Well, they didn't even. I remember they had marketed the heist, right? It was a big thing,
and then
they
that was like a 2-year fucking delay.
Yeah, it was like we're a heist. Like, what am I even supposed to do in this shit? Like, I didn't even like. I just go on and just get murdered by somebody on the streets, and I'm like, okay, well, that was fun.
Well, people were making up their own heists, robbing the armored cars, and they were doing it so often that they stopped the armored cars running through the map.
Right. Then eventually GTA Online took on a life of its own, and a lot of it because of streamers and the PC community and stuff like that, and it just kept growing. And then they found out a way to sell GTA 5 again and again and again, you know,
and again.
and I mean it just sold like crazy. So I mean they're not like, I would say this, they're not in like any kind of rush, I don't think. I mean, they're still raking it in. Like if you look at the reports for like top selling games like every month, GTA is always in the mix, in like a top 10, and this is 13 years after launch, something like that.
Yeah,
it came out 2013.
Yeah, 12 years. Absolutely fucking insane, man. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait. And you think it hits November, Jasper? You said maybe not. If maybe it'll launch with like the online mode.
I mean, I think you're. I mean, if it just follows the GTA 5 path, this is the actual release time now, and I could see them maybe delaying the multiplayer, like if they need more time, just because how big it is. I hope that the game's actually closer to ready and they're delaying this so they can put it on PC day one. That would be my hope, but
that would be awesome. But I doubt it.
Fuzzy Tomato had said, I just saw that Black Panther Captain America game. Yeah, that's the game we're talking about. Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra, has also been delayed out of early 2026. So we'll have to wait and see when that hits too. But I mean, 2026 is going to be insane. I will say this about GTA 6. Their delay announcements were very far in advance. Like the first delay announcement was like way ahead of time, right? And then now this delay announcement is way ahead of time. So like I'm not saying it's pre-planned or anything, but it's like almost like they expected this, you know. And I think there's one more delay in store because they haven't gotten to that delay close to launch yet when they're like, oh shit, we're actually not going to be ready. I mean, these delays are so far in advance that they're giving themselves more time because they realize they have that much workload left, you know, and for them to delay that much makes me think they have a lot left to do, right? A lot left to get done. So that's a year's worth of delays already, right? Pretty much. And I think what's going to happen is we get closer, like early October or late September or something, and the devs are like, "There's no fucking way we're going to be ready." Like, and at that point, they may like delay it like one more time. So, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think it necessarily matters when GTA 6 launches. Also, like I know you're saying like maybe they don't want to miss that November or fall thing, but this is GTA after GTA 5.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I don't think whenever the next Rockstar game launches, it's going to be a huge fucking release and it's going to sell like crazy. Like they could release on Christmas Day and all the stores could be closed. It'll still be the top selling fucking game like of all time at launch. Like it's just going to sell like crazy. So yeah, but maybe I think it gets to one more delay, but I don't know how long. Sin says, fun fact, by the time GTA 6 actually comes out, some of its production babies will be graduating from middle school. That's possibly, yeah.
GTA 5, like, it had a spring release date for 2013, and they delayed it to September of 2013. So it also had like a 6-month delay-ish, and then they put it out.
Yeah, it did. How many delays did they have for GTA 5? Was it 2?
I want to say, like, I'm like 90% sure that there was like a 2012, like end of 2012 release date, like fall 2012.
Yeah.
They delayed it to like early 2013, spring 2013, and they delayed that till it came out at the end of 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the biggest difference now versus when they talked about the delays for GTA 5, there was always a trailer with the delay. Explaining like this is what you'll be able to do in San or Los Andreas or whatever,
Los
San
Angeles.
Andreas and stuff.
Yeah.
Los Santos. But yeah, I was hoping that they would at least give us a trailer with the delay, showing us possibly either the online or at least some of the stuff. You know, like how the story missions might be now able to be co-op, where you can pick the particular GTA 5 or GTA 6 character to go through the missions, or you could just have the your partner as an AI until you switch between characters or something like that. That would be a nice intro or viewing of something that to kind of hold us over until the delay or during the delay until we get further release info. So
yeah, but I want more trailers. I would hope there was like a really good big long trailer coming soon. My soul says maybe at the Keeleys. Yeah, that would be cool. Like, I just want, like, I really like remember the fucking trailers that Rockstar was doing before, where it's like, welcome to blah blah blah, and they like go in depth, like with like this narrator about everything involved. Like, I
Yeah.
love those trailers, man. They did it for Red Dead also, and those were always really good. Speaking of Red Dead, it's also just came out that it's like the 4th best-selling game of all time for Red Dead 2 at 79 million copies sold.
That's Rockstar's redheaded stepchild. They barely paid attention to the online.
Yeah, it didn't
Or-
sell enough, so they had to just
Like,
keep
oh, it
putting
didn't
them in
do
the
$2 billion the first day. Ah,
Where it's going from.
Yeah, it's weird. I think like they could have had the same, or not the same, but a better success with the online for Red Dead 2 if they had just kept putting more effort into it. But they were just so focused on GTA Online because it was already such a massive success that I think for them, like, going big with both is just too much. But like, regardless, like, Red Dead Redemption 2 is like a masterpiece and to many one of the best games of all time, and it's still selling like crazy. Some are speculating that, and maybe this came out, maybe they hinted at it or something, because I didn't hear exactly what they said during their like investors call when the delay was announced, but possibly we get finally the Red Dead Redemption 2 update for consoles in between now and GTA 6's release. So, did anybody see anything about that, or was that hinted at or something? Because I keep seeing people mention
I
this.
feel like I remember it was, but I don't.
just
don't
know
know.
they're going to charge us for it. Hey,
Oh, yeah,
buy
those-
Red Dead Redemption 2 for the next gen console or the current gen consoles.
I mean, the only thing that they needed to do to save the online was add like flying horses and shit, and then they could have actually had a fun experience. And
Yeah, I mean, they're gonna sell it. They're gonna say for this generation, like in the update, they're gonna have like different features and stuff. Maybe they'll add. I forget? Did Red Dead Redemption 2 already have first person mode?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Because I think they've had it basically since they put it in GTA 5.
Yeah, that's right. So maybe I'm trying to think of what they could add, but I think they'll probably add stuff and like sell it with the update, kind of like they have before. So we'll see. I mean, it needs it. I think they're so good at selling their games long term because they are masterpieces, right? But they also do a good job at updating them. Like GTA 5 today is a different game, like graphically and technically, than when it launched back on the 360 and PS3, So maybe they hopefully do the same thing with Red Dead as well. So, yeah, it's Massel says Red Dead Redemption 2 update went like a fart in the wind. Yeah. Like a fart in the wind, Massel says.
Yeah, I mean, Red Dead 2 just didn't sell enough.
Yeah.
So no one cares.
79 million copies.
79.
79 million copies.
It's not good enough for Rockstar.
Like Rockstar,
Publisher would kill to have their entire catalog sell 79 million copies. They're like, oh, 79 million, whatever.
like that means they have 2 of the top 4.
What is Wii Sports and Minecraft, the other two? Or Tetris?
I don't need to look this up because I saw. I don't know. I bookmarked it, but I don't know if anybody put the other games out there. It says Rockstar Games Red Dead Redemption 2 is now the 4th best-selling game to date with over 79 million copies sold. This was via the Take-Two investor presentation.
So according to Wikipedia, it's Minecraft, GTA 5, Wii Sports, Red Dead 2, and Mario Kart 8 is the top 5 in that order.
Wow. Two out of the
still
top
think if
4.
I still think if they had added brothels and build your own town, where you can run the bank and the casino for the online. I think that would have gotten Red Dead 2 off the ground.
Online.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think sales wise it's doing okay, but as far as like
Yeah.
as far as like the online taking off like GTA Online did, and they did do a thing where they separated the ability for you to buy the online from the main game as well. So I don't
Yeah.
are they? I wonder if they're counting those in the sales, like
Hmm,
because they were selling it
maybe.
for a while for like $5 for Red
Yeah,
Dead
like if
Online.
you just buy the multiplayer, that counts as a sale. But if you just buy the campaign, that also counts as a sale.
Right.
Mm.
I'm curious if that's some like fidgeting with the numbers type thing that they could be doing as well, because maybe a lot of people bought that, but like I don't know, man. Nate Dog, what's up, dude? He says, "What's up, Mav? Enjoying the hell out of Overwatch, or not? Every time I see OW2, I just think Overwatch, Outer Worlds 2, man. Yeah, Outer Worlds 2 is fantastic. I'm still early on, but it plays absolutely amazing, bro. And I can't wait to dive more into it. But there's just so much to play right now. Black John says, I wouldn't mind finishing Red Dead Redemption 2 if there's an update. I wouldn't, dude. I wouldn't mind playing through it again. If you have a fucking decent PC or a good PC, everybody, please launch Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. I mean, it it looks great on console still, but my god, you've never seen anything that looks as good as Red Dead Redemption 2 on PC. Like to this day, I just can't.
I
Last generation game, but I don't know if anything can touch it.
I went back and I was gonna replay Red Dead 2 like maybe a year or two ago, and it's that damn 4 hour snow level that I'm just like I don't want to
Yeah.
do this.
Until you get to
Yeah,
the camp outside of Valentine
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah. Um and like the controls too, like whenever you start playing it is like, wow, these controls are kind of funky and wonky, it's like you try to remember what does what and stuff. Once you play it long enough you get the hang of it, it's just natural. But I remember when I first played Red Dead 2 thinking how, like, man, these controls are just fucking like crazy. Then you get used to it and it's fine. But
And then anytime you don't just let the horse auto run to the location, you always end up hitting a tree and then flying off the horse.
yeah, there was one level that was one part of the story where there's like you're riding the horse through like a lightning storm through like the woods or some shit
Yeah.
like that, and I fucking hit so much stuff on that part. Like I kept flying off the horse and it was like wet and raining and lightning. Absolutely insane. Black John says I had to reinstall my 2 disc. You stopped. Remember multiple disc? You remember Lost Odyssey when it came with 4 disc? And people want physical to be the only way we play these days. Could you imagine if every fucking game
Yeah,
was
with
on...
the size of games now, you're gonna
Yeah.
have to fucking a novel of just like
Please,
like,
please insert disc 20.
disc 80.
Yeah, like fuck me, man. I've done this 100 times. I've only played 30 minutes and you're already asking for another disc? Holy shit.
I can't imagine what Call of Duty boxes would look like at that point.
Yeah.
I think didn't they Flight Sim 2020 they made a disc version. I think it was like 20 disc or something like that.
Yeah. It was like a limited run type of thing with this other. It wasn't limited run that did it, but it was like another company doing a limited run. Yeah, it was like 20 discs. I mean, it's a collector's item. It's great if you want to put it on a bookshelf or something, but
how does that even work? What do you just like stop mid sky, please load disc, or you're gonna die? Like I don't. You've reached the end of the world. We need to discover more. Like put in a new disc. Like it's crazy, man. The digital age, dude. Like I'm so glad I can just fucking download and install a game. I just could not imagine every game being on disc these days. What Wow. All right. So, Poison Maniac says, I beg to differ on that. Those body cam games are pretty ridiculous graphically and resolution. I haven't played a body cam game. Have either of y'all played one of those?
Nope.
They are pretty cool, and visually they are the go-to right now. There was one, I can't remember if he had posted it, where it's now going to have like a zombie mode. One of them's going to have a zombie mode here soon, so it's worthwhile picking up. Which that will be great. That the next Xbox will have access to the Steam store where a lot of those games are available and stuff. But yeah, even like what was it, the Harsh Door Stop or something like that. It was like a one man publishing team or dev team. That one with the like the body cam effect to it looked so much better with the body cam effect as opposed to like the normal like third person or even first person perspective. But those are pretty cool. But I don't know, like the scenery stuff. Although some of the scenery stuff on the body cam ones does look like you're in reality or like going through somebody's house or through a warehouse and stuff. Like
I
forget
kind
what
of
the
think
one's
they
called.
I wonder if it's kind of like an optical illusion or like a trick of the brain because like it's more natural to see like I guess body cam footage than it is like a third person perspective of a character or like a first person perspective of a character. So like when you see the body cam footage, you're like your brain can kind of like fill in some gaps and stuff a little easier. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I'll have to try one, I guess, but I don't know. It's like I wouldn't think that those games would be as grand as like Red Dead Redemption 2 is with like scenery and things
Yeah,
like
I mean,
that.
it's like closed levels and shit.
And if you I don't know, if you walked up to a horse in a body cam footage game, would it look as good as the horses in Red Dead 2? I highly doubt it. Like if you actually analyze the detail and stuff, like
You can see the veins in the legs and
I
crap.
mean, it's just insane, man. Like the how they made the everything in that game is just nuts. And that's why I'm curious what an update would be for that game because like if it's not just resolution and frame rate, if they actually do more work even with like the textures and stuff, like what level Red Dead Redemption 2 could be because it's already still I think the best looking game I've played. And
Well, I
if
mean,
you
the PC version is still going to look the best.
Oh yeah, for sure. But what I'm saying is like those updates with textures and resolute like of textures of like material. Let's say okay, we're gonna improve fabrics or you know what I mean. Like those would hopefully be also updated on PC or an updated version on PC to even take it further. If they do extra work with that kind of stuff. Um, but yeah, I'd love to see some kind of massive update. Something worthy of a 79 million copy sold game. Not like you did with your other older GTA stuff. I want like a badass update. All right, yeah, 2026 guys. So we know that GTA 6 is looking November. And Marvel 1943 is later in the year somewhere. Probably I would think before GTA 6 still.
Yeah, I would think so too.
You have Xbox's games. They got Gears E-Day supposedly. We got Halo CE remake, which I'm excited for. Did I have a chance to ask you about that, Jasper? Like what your thoughts were on the CE?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because it was announced last
we did like
week,
2 weeks ago.
I think.
I don't remember.
No, I think it was announced like right after our. I think it was like on that.
I think maybe we talked about it before because we knew it was coming or something
exactly,
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on what you said?
I will. So, I don't care about Sprint. Like, I'm fine with Sprint. I know a lot of people were mad about that.
You can turn it off if you don't like it.
Yeah. I would say them not doing multiplayer kind of sucks, but it's like, I guess I get it. The one thing that really stuck out to me, which a lot of people like we're kind of okay with was the Magnum. It just didn't seem like the Halo 1 Magnum. It seemed a lot less powerful and punchy. Like,
okay, I
when I think
remember
Halo
you
1
saying that.
Magnum,
Yeah.
yeah. So like when I think of the Halo 1 Magnum, it's like the most punchy, powerful Magnum there was in Halo.
Yeah.
And when you remake it, it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't seem like it fits. The Needler seemed a little kind of off, but that's what it is. I am excited just to play Halo. Like I was thinking about replaying Halo not too long ago, just because I do that like every 6 months at least. So this kind of gave me the incentive to hold off a little bit. I'll probably end up playing it again next year.
Yeah.
I kind of hope some of the more kind of speedrunny strats they keep in there, and they don't fully just like, since it is like on a kind of a new engine, they don't completely destroy that, because there's a lot of tricks and stuff that the Halo community's kind of done for 20 plus years now for Halo 1 that they kept with the first anniversary edition. So I kind of hope they keep some of that. I mean, I guess if they don't, it's whatever, but I don't know. We'll just have to see.
Yeah. I think, like, you know, the first remake was just with skin. This one's like actually remade, so it's gonna be quite a bit different. But also, it looks like we're pretty dedicated to the original design, at least for the level that we saw.
I do like the art style more than they've done with the first anniversary remake. The first anniversary remake, I didn't like the art style as much, so I like the kind of the way they're going a little bit more back to what they are known for.
Right on. So, Fuzzy, now you were not an Xbox player in the era that Halo came out. And you've never really been a super Halo fan or anything since then. I think partly because of that, you missed like the golden era. You know what I mean? Did you ever play through the original Halo campaign on like Master Chief Collection or anything like that?
No, the only ones that I've played have been 5 and Infinite.
Does this interest you? Like, is this something that, because they are going fully with a full remake and it's going to be like brought up to date visually and stuff with UE5, like you're say, hey, I'm going to actually go back and play this now, or no, because you could have already done so in like Master Chief Collection and you just don't really give a shit?
No, I'll give it a try. Like, it does look a lot better visually in comparison, and maybe that will be enough to kind of convince me to go through the campaign and stuff. But I don't know. I've always been more of a third person shooter kind of guy, but like just the visuals themselves, as far as the way the world looks, the way the vehicles look, the armor and everything. Yeah, it's worth at least checking out.
That would be a very good stream. To see Fuzzy Belvedere play through Halo for the first time. With the remake.
I will say though, with this remake, I am kind of disappointed that they chose Halo 1 again. Like, I feel like they should have chose Halo 3 at this point.
Yeah.
The best thing out of this entire remake that I hope they continue, and I think this is the smartest decision that 343's ever made, was adding a 4th seat to the Warthog.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Halo Studios, Jasper.
Yeah.
Halo Studios.
Well, I mean, it's basically the same fucking people.
Yeah.
New name.
Yeah, I'm looking for. I thought it looked great, man. I thought the graphics looked great. I loved the sound of the weapons too. I was really paying attention to the sound. Somebody had put out a comparison video where they had like clips of trying to replay the same segment, you know, and like you could just really tell the difference and stuff on the visuals and the weapons and the sounds and stuff, but like how they tried to stay true to things as well. So I also think like my biggest issue with the anniversary with Halo 1 specifically, I didn't have this issue with Halo 2, but the tone, and I've said this numerous times, the tone of the game was lost in the visuals they chose with the update on the anniversary of CE. The company that did it chose really drastic different color schemes and stuff for like in lighting models for like the
Yeah,
especially for
a
the
lot of stuff was brighter.
yeah, the Forerunner structures and stuff had all these yellow things in it and all this stuff. It just didn't really feel like it belonged. It seemed like it was just put there, but like, hey, look, this is different and updated, you know, and it didn't really like make sense or fit the vibe or feel of the game. And it changed the actual feeling of the areas you were in as opposed to the original game. So I would actually switch to the original graphics when I was playing it, you know?
Yeah, I mean
Um,
I basically played on the original graphics the whole time.
yeah. So what I noticed in this, especially when they went in those same structures, right, on this one, is that tone was the same as it should have been, right? Like the tone and the feeling
I'm
of those areas.
I'm still waiting because like the major tonal changes from Halo 1 when they remade it was a lot of the flood levels.
Yeah.
Just because there was a lot brighter and you could see shit and there was no like fog like
Mhm.
obscuring your like the distance, like you could just see for like forever away. So I want to see how they handle like the actual flood levels.
That the moment when Halo CE becomes a horror game,
Yeah.
like how they handle that. Yeah, that twist
Yeah.
that nobody ever saw coming in the first Halo game, which it was a big part of the game. And we're all like, what the fuck? And it was like legitimately like, hey, is this a fucking like zombie game now? What the fuck? Like this was we're fighting aliens. Now we're fucking fighting zombies. Like or the flood. Like what the hell is this thing? You know, or fungi, whatever we're fighting. And that wasn't like you said, that wasn't handled well with the anniversary. But like that's something I feel like if they really went there, they could actually even improve the atmosphere from the original because of the stuff they can do with UE5, right? Like you're talking about the fog effects and stuff like
Yeah.
they could enhance that darkness, you know what I mean, from that time as opposed to fuck it up like they did with Anniversary. So I am looking forward to seeing it and how they handle that, but it could be pretty fucking awesome, man. And
Or
did I just spoil things for Fuzzy by mentioning the big turn?
I mean, it's a 25-year-old game.
Yeah.
He should.
Sorry, Fuzzy.
or the second level, like Silent Cartographer. I
Yeah.
think it's the second level.
Like,
Like the
go
night
down-
mission with the sniper rifle.
Oh yeah, that one would be a good. Yeah. What was the? It was a
Yeah, like-
library where you go through the like level where they
The
just
elevators?
reuse the same. Yeah, they reuse the same
Yeah, it's the
assets. You just keep
library.
going around in fucking like circles, pretty much, and like the same forever. And it's like, okay, this was obviously like just reused assets over and over again to make the level longer.
It's the
You know.
longest fucking mission in the game. Too.
Yeah, and I wonder like what they could do to try to change that up a little bit. Like there's certain things that they could do to improve things, you know. But we'll see what they do. Thatch says some of the complaints, particularly from Halo fans, are petty AF. Halo fans are the most fucking fickle fans you'll ever see, Thatch. And I think it kind of goes hand in hand with Xbox too. Like in general, I think part of the problems that Xbox has had is that there's just no pleasing the user base and the fan base, no matter what they do. And Halo's always had, after Halo 3, I'll say Halo 1, 2, and 3, it was like changes, improvements. But after Halo 3, Halo became even bigger than it already was.
The big complaint with Reach was the fucking armor abilities. Like these stupid ass fucking armor abilities. Like everyone was complaining about those.
And also that you're not Chief. So that was a big complaint in Reach also, right? So like everybody was complaining about that. I was like, hey, cool. You know, like it was something different, you know. But like after Halo 3, Halo had launched into another stratosphere. And they had given so much with all the different modes and everything by this point. And like Halo's, they invented stuff that's still used today in gaming, and created modes that's still used today in gaming, and features that's still used today in gaming. And they did all those things, and they became like, hey, this next game has to have everything the game did before it. And it did. And then the next game also has to have everything that game's had before, and it did. And they added more, and then they added more, and they added more. And then it got to the point where that became the expectation for Halo fans, where every Halo game has to have everything every Halo game had in it before, and also add more. And once they got away from that, like pretty much every other game in existence has also like not been able to keep up with that same level of standard. You're pissing off people that are super enthusiastic and dedicated to whatever that feature is, because you have diehard fans of specific modes, you know.
At the same time, like honestly though, they haven't really added too much like game-changing stuff that like has been better than what was in the original 3 games. Like if you look at fucking Halo Reach, for example, they replaced the beam rifle with the fucking stupid laser sniper rifle. And then when you got to like Halo 4, they changed the BR, and it was like, well, this is like a shittier BR. Like they changed stuff, and it was always a downgrade from like what we had before.
Right. I do get what you're saying a little bit. I do think though that Halo Infinite is probably the best playing Halo we've ever had, as far as just pure gameplay and mechanics. I'm not gonna say map design, even though I think with Forge has greatly improved that, because Forge maps now look like regular fucking maps, you know. But I would say it's an improvement, although I don't think the community is the same, because there's so much more competition now.
Yeah.
Like Halo was it. Like what else? Like until Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4 came out, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which was Call of Duty 4, came out.
Yeah.
Halo had no competition. Like nothing came close to.
I mean,
Halo.
At least on console, like Unreal Tournament and stuff was, and like Quake, back in those are like the big shooters. Like
Unreal Tournament, Quake. You know, you had like other ones that tried to come out. You know, you had like a game like I think Project Snowblind or something like that. It came out. I remember I was looking forward to that because I had a map editor.
Team Fortress was also big.
Yeah, but that was primarily for PC. You know.
Yeah, I mean, console market really didn't have as much because it was still getting online back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of console, like Halo really had no competition. Like PlayStation was like, we're gonna make Killzone. Everybody's like, yeah, okay. There was really
a Killzone 3 trailer though.
Yeah. And then Call of Duty kind of took that mantle, I think. And Call of Duty kind of did what Halo did, where they just kind of improved on the base foundation and added stuff for several years, But yeah, it's like trying to recapture the magic of that time where they were basically the innovators and the creators of a genre on console, and you just can't recapture that no matter how hard, because everything's so established now. So it doesn't stand on its own anymore. It's like in the sea of the Battlefields, the fucking Call of Duties, the arcraiders now, even though it's not necessarily a competitive shooter as much so as some of these other ones, but like you have so much fucking competition. Overwatches, the Marvel Rivals, like how many fucking popular shooters are there that have massive player bases? You have your survival games, and I mean, just so much shit. So it's just such a different fucking time. Now, I do think that it is cool to see a bunch of fans that have never... That's what I was asking Fuzzy. Like a bunch of fans, like a lot of PlayStation guys out there that have never touched Halo because it was looked at as the enemy franchise for whatever reason. Like, oh, it's on the Xbox thing? Fuck that. I ain't playing that shit. It's bullshit. The fucking little stupid little space marine guy. The fucking green armor motherfucker. Yeah, I hate him. Kratos for life. I think they're gonna play it and embrace it. But I am curious if it would have just been better to launch Halo Infinite on PlayStation and see how that would have done. You know, because it does have that established multiplayer foundation right now. And inviting a player base as massive as PlayStation's into that fucking multiplayer world could be good for the game and the franchise leading up to the next game. So we'll see. What do we think is next though for Halo after the CE remake? Battle Royale?
Nah, I think it's just whatever the next mainline Halo game is.
How many projects do we think are being made?
Or I mean, if you're including the remake, I mean, for sure you have the remake, the whatever the next mainline Halo game is, and then I would say that they probably have like some smaller ideas they're working on, like, but nothing that they're like super sure on. I would say right now, but that's just my guess.
Yeah. But you, Fuzzy, how many do you think they have? At least 3 projects for Halo right now?
If there's 3 projects, I agree with Jasper. Definitely the remake, definitely the next Halo, and then it's a toss up of another remake. Halo 2, more than likely, so that way you can get the PlayStation player base caught up as well. Or a new multiplayer to replace Infinite's multiplayer that will be on the PlayStation. It's hard to say which one of those 2 projects will probably get done first, but I'm leaning more towards the remake of 2 than the multiplayer. I think the multiplayer comes shortly after some more remakes. Either that, or we get the multiplayer on Xbox, and then it eventually comes to PlayStation once they get caught up on the lore of Halo 1 through 3 kind of thing. We'll see. I think they didn't want to throw Infinite's multiplayer over to PlayStation. Not that they would get slaughtered, but it might get a little discouraged. Getting probably beat a bit more or faster in comparison to the Xbox and PC player base. I don't think they wanted to introduce them to that onslaught type of deal. So
honestly, like I think the best, since we know the Halo remake isn't going to have multiplayer in it, I think the best course of action for them right now is to release the Halo remake, then try to get up whatever the next mainline Halo game is within like a year or 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then as they work on the next remake of either Halo 2 or 3, like you start putting like Halo 1 maps, because you already have all the assets made, into this new mainline game as like a big like year 1 update. You can play all of Halo fucking 1 CE remake multiplayer maps. And then as you launch the next remake, you just put Halo 2 or Halo 3, whatever that remake is, back into your multiplayer game that's your mainline game. Because you already have all those assets, you're just sharing them back and forth. But I don't know.
Right. I think
maybe that makes too much sense.
I think we're gonna get some kind of a free to play like thing or something. Like I think the Certain Affinity game that they've been working on.
I think that's dead.
You think so? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I think that comes out. Something I've learned from Xbox this generation and from all the leaks and insider reports and stuff that had come out for so long, which included the Certain Affinity stuff, and even from them themselves, was that a lot of stuff was way early on than what the reports and everything seemed like they were. Like, because we're getting stuff announced now in like over this last year that was like leaks and stuff from like 4 or 5 years ago. Like, or reports, yes. And then we all thought, oh, what is this game? What is this game? And it's like, oh, this is fucking finally happening. Oh, wow, okay. Like, that's surprising. We thought it was dead, but it's actually something that's been in existence behind the scenes for years, you know?
I just think with the early failure of Infinite, the failure of the new engine, the way Microsoft has been changing their kind of gaming strategy over the course of the years, the way Halo basically just rebranded because they saw the studio was like in a bad place. I think the Halo direction is just kind of changed right now, and I think once they did all that, they basically just went back to the drawing boards. Like, what's our new plan? What do we need to do for Halo? And that's the remake, because Microsoft said, oh, we're going to start remaking all our old games with Gears of War, Oblivion, and putting those out. And now you have your next mainline Halo game. That's what you can work on right now with Halo Studios. And if you don't succeed on that, then maybe we need to go back to the drawing board completely with you and determine what we need to do with all of you. And so I don't know if I think they probably cut the Certain Infinity game just because of that when they were restructuring all of Halo.
One thing that I think we can all agree on is that despite a failure of a TV show, despite what many consider to be a failure in the last mainline Halo game of Halo Infinite, despite all of the negativity that constantly surrounds Halo all the time, anytime there's a new Halo or anything brought up, it like just blows up. You know what I mean? It's like the brand really, despite what anybody think, is super strong because it generates so much fucking conversation. Like, it is so popular, and I think everybody really wants it to become like that mainline thing again, and they're just hoping for it to succeed, but there's so much pressure on it to do so that it's like I don't know if it can ever live up to those expectations again. And it's going to be different, but like if a game had launched like Halo Infinite did that didn't have the name Halo, and it was just
you mean
companies. I don't know. Well, that Splitgate. Splitgate is fun, but it like you can't compare what Splitgate is to anything like what Halo like. Let's say it was like Embark as an example or something. Like they released the finals, right, and then they released arcraiders, like new game. There's just like not a lot of expectations there because like nobody really knows what to expect going into it. If a company had no existence beforehand and come out with Halo Infinite, and it was their first game, it would have been thought of as like a mind-blowing achievement, in my opinion, as far as quality and gameplay and everything. But like the expectations are so high for Halo that it actually kind of hurts the ability for it to succeed, because regardless of what it is accomplishing, it's always going to have the negativity from everybody who it's not providing what they want, right? And that's always going to be louder because negativity, it spreads easier and is louder than positivity, especially with brands that are already well established and known, and something that is as talked about as Halo. And I think Xbox also suffers from some of that same stuff. Like it's pretty crazy how they go hand in hand with some of that, but I can't wait to play it regardless. And I do think the Halo brand is fucking strong as hell with the response that comes from any kind of announcement, even something that's just at the Halo Championship Series. You know, they didn't announce that at some major event, you know, like game showcase thing or anything like that. It was everybody tuned in, and it blew up the internet, you know. So,
the one thing they know they have to have at launch is smashable fruit. So
absolutely, if you can't destroy the fruits individually, what are you doing in 2025 or 2026 by that point? Yeah, absolutely, man. That's everything in a game these days. Sea Lord of Bravo says, holy shit, been a while since I've fun speculated. Great to hear Mav and the boys again. Yeah, thanks for being here, Sea Lord. Appreciate you being here, and everybody else here hanging out in the chat as well. But yeah, 2026, like I was saying, you know, like you got GTA 6, you got the Marvel 1943 game that was just delayed. You got Halo CE, you got Gears E Day, Forza Horizon 6. You have Fable possibly actually still launching. Do we think that actually hits next year, guys, or is that going to be pushed?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's probably one of the first games, like the first 5 months or so.
Crazy.
That's a tough one. I was originally thinking it would, but I it would have to because Forza Horizon 6 can survive in the shadow of GTA 6 or slightly before it and still succeed and do well. Um, Fable, on the other hand, they need to keep that away from GTA as best they can.
um, let's see what else is there next year.
I was looking it up.
Also-
Apparently, Wolverine,
Yeah,
the James
Wolverine.
Bond game.
Yeah, for James Bond First Light, right? You had Wolverine.
And
Saros was next year also from PlayStation,
yeah,
right? Didn't they have another one that was next year? Or was it just Saros and
It's not
Wolverine?
when's the
Saros
Naughty
and
Dog game?
Wolverine. That one I don't think is next year.
Yeah, 2027.
Intergalactic.
Yeah,
That's
what it's
probably
called.
2027.
Then I mean, what are other big third-party games?
I mean, Resident Evil's on the list.
Mhm.
Crimson Desert,
Exodus.
Onimusha, Way of the Sword.
I think
Dusk
Exodus is
Bloods
26.
is the big Switch game from the Elden Ring people.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think that has a chance to
Then
be pretty good.
what's
Beast
the
of
Bioshock?
Reincarnation.
Oh,
So-
it starts with a J.
Judas.
Judas, yes.
Yeah,
Judas, yeah.
I don't know when that's coming out, but I feel like it's been delayed for like 4 years now.
I think it's scheduled for 26. Replaced is
Mhm.
hopefully still 2026.
True Stream says Neo.
Although
Beast
that's
of
more of an
Reincarnation is the like super graphic game made by the Pokemon people.
Oh
yeah.
yeah. It looked pretty cool.
Subnautica 2 will be a big indie game.
Yeah.
Possibly OD.
Yeah.
And Clockwork Revolution still kind of the question mark.
Do y'all think there's any possibility Elder Scrolls 6 is in 2026?
No.
I think we get to see it. I
Or
don't think we
announced,
get to
yeah.
play it.
Yeah, I think you get your update this year for it, but maybe instead of the 2-second long teaser trailer, you get like a 10-second teaser trailer.
Showing horse armor.
I'm looking through GameSpot's list here for games. Dragon Quest 7 reimagined. So you have this like, typical like remasters and remakes and stuff. Mario Tennis, that's gonna be hot. Neo 3, like somebody in the chat had said.
Yeah.
Let's see, Resident Evil, like you said, Jasper. There was one game that was announced at like an indie showcase or something by Xbox that really stood out, and I can't remember the fucking name of it. But it was like a JRPG anime style, but it also like went into that like retro 2D 3D style animation at times. Fuck, I can't remember what the name of that game, but it looked amazing. Obviously GTA 6.
Yeah.
Beast of Reincarnation is the one you were talking about from Game Science, right? Or not
Yeah.
Game Science, Game Freak. Game Freak, yeah.
Game Freak. Yeah.
And then what's Bloodstained: The Scarlet Engagement?
Isn't that a Metroidvania style game, right?
Oh
maybe I'm thinking
yeah,
something else.
yeah, no, it is. Yeah, you're right. It's kind of like Castlevania, like it's a sequel. Okay. Danger Mouse. Shout out to Pong. Let's see. Man, there's so much. Oh, geez. I'm just looking through this list right now. Toxic Commando, guys. Let's go. Oh, that Lego Batman game.
Yeah.
Legacy of the Dark Knight. That looks fucking amazing. Lords of the Fallen 2. Marathon. Does Marathon actually release?
No.
No, I think they probably put that in the can for a couple more years.
I'll put it to you this way: if Arcraiders gets announced as a nominee for Game of the Year, they announce the cancellation like a week later.
I mean, I would say that Marathon lost its biggest chance to be a massive success by not releasing before Arcraiders. Because I think
what hurt them the most was them just putting out a fucking beta for the product that they had. Everyone hates it now.
Yeah. Has a game overcome this before? Like, the beta was so bad, everybody hated it. Oh, it turns out we're also stealing assets from artists. Oops.
No.
Like, just the amount of things that Bungie has faced this leading up to Marathon has, and then like even on top of all that, releasing the beta and having everybody that played it say like, "Oh, this is trash." Then having in the same genre another company come out and release a smash hit that is consuming the fan base of that genre on consoles. Like, have we ever seen a company release a game and overcome that much to actually release a hit, like a success?
The only thing, although it's not even the same type of problems, was Dead Island 2. But that was more of like development hell and changing hands several times over. But it actually came out and did well and was actually a good game. But they didn't steal assets. The worst that they suffered was the original team. It split up, I think. One made Dying Light, and then the other ones left to make Dead Island 2 were kind of left to their own devices, and then it got handed over to 2 or 3 other publishers or something at some point. But other than that, I think every other game that's had development hell or other issues couldn't overcome it. Although Cyberpunk overcame the public of or court of public opinion.
I mean, yeah, that's
After
the
it's
closest thing I was
launched.
thinking of, but it's still different.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's
also on the list
Yeah, go ahead.
is Pragmata. If it comes out next
yeah.
year, that's probably a big game. But
Do you think it actually will be?
I think
the
it'll be
marketing
bigger
for that
than
game's
the
gonna-
some of the other Capcom games.
Yeah.
Like what was that one that's like the dancing goddess thing? The
Path of the
Kunitsugami,
God?
Path of the Goddess.
yeah. I think it'll do better than that, but I
Yeah.
don't think it'll do Resident Evil level or
No.
I still really don't even know what Pragmata is. Like, I know it has the trailers of like the girl and on the shoulders of the guy and all that stuff, and like the kind of spacesuit looking dude. Like, but like, as far as gameplay wise and stuff, like I don't really know what that game is right now. Like, what
I think
genre?
it's Space Resident Evil.
Kind of, right? Like horror is. Like,
I was kind of getting more like Death Stranding vibes from it, but I don't know.
So we'll have to wait and see on that one. I think it'll probably be like an interesting game that'll do okay. Maybe it'll be like this insane thing. It was announced a long ass time ago.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe at this point.
Probably.
Marvel Token, for PS5 and
Yeah.
PC. I'm really looking forward to that one.
Was that the fighting game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arc System Works, fighting game, and published by PlayStation. This is probably actually even though Saros and Wolverine are launching next year, this is probably my most anticipated PlayStation game. Is Marvel Token.
Yeah.
Well, there's Marvel's Wolverine. Metro Rivals is
Also,
that? Go ahead, Fuzz.
Did you say Metro Rivals?
Yeah, is that a Metro series game? Did I
Metro
miss?
Rivals.
What is Metro Rivals? That's not a game in the Metro series, is it?
No, that's a train simulator.
Oh, okay. Okay, completely wrong on that, John. Thanks, Jasper. It's gonna be the number.
Now, there's
Supermarket.
Apparently,
Simulator is
I
a
think you're
massive
like
hit.
racing. You're like racing trains or something because it's a PvP train game.
Okay.
PvP Train Simulator. Okay.
Let's see who can run
Invincible
trains the
Versus
best.
should be next year too.
I think 3-bit has that covered, right?
Yeah, 3-bit's the pro at running trains. Mouse PI for hire.
Yeah.
Neo
Looking
3.
forward to that.
Let's see. Onimusha, like you said.
Invincible Versus.
Oh yeah, Invincible. Yep. Was that this year?
That's next year.
Is it next year? Okay.
And High on Life too.
Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I'm guessing that's a remake. I can't remember if that was announced or
Wasn't
remake.
that the mobile game studio that was going to make it, and then they were like, "Oh, we got a mobile game studio making it. It's shit. Let's cancel it."
Yeah, it's listed on here still. I don't remember if they
Yeah.
re-announced it or not. But yeah, you said Pragmata was on here. I see it there. Reanimal? Why does that sound familiar? Reanimal. I remember seeing that at a
I'm
showcase or
not sure.
something.
Is that directive? What is it? 80/20 or something?
Oh yeah, I was looking at that. It's the kind of like the dark anthology games.
Yeah. Yeah. Slay the Spire 2. Star Wars Zero Company. That's the XCOM-ish Star Wars game.
Yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Subnautica 2, Sudden Strike 5. Super Mario Bros. Wonder Switch 2 edition. Yay. Blood of Dawnwalker. That could be a big one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one.
Yep. And there's the other one you're talking about, the Souls-like Duskbloods. The Duskbloods.
Yeah.
I think we're also going to have some surprise announcements, obviously, for next year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's shaping up to be absolutely insane. Fire Emblem, like I mentioned before, too, was announced. Fortune's Weave. So yeah, we'll have to see next year, but it's going to be one of the most insane years we've had. I think maybe the craziest one for this generation. I think you're probably going to have more first-party games from Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation all hitting in the same year for the first time this generation, where we've had like bad years, good years, bad from different companies, right? I think next year is the year where everybody has like a lot of good first-party content, first-party games.
I mean, definitely for Xbox with Halo, Gears, Forza, and Fable, if they get all 4 of those out, like that's got to be one of Microsoft's biggest years in general.
Oh yeah, and we could also see like Clockwork Revolution could be next year. I think very good chance at that. And there's other games that could be. Yeah, State of Decay 3 could be. There's other games that could be next year too. Yeah, we haven't talked about Square Enix yet. There's supposedly more layoffs there.
We talked about Square Donuts earlier. If you want to go listen to that.
Yeah, we did talk Square Donuts. Unique ones. Unique ones. But yeah, guys, we have one last segment here for the show, and we will be looking ahead at the games for the week. Let's see, where's my button? There it is, and it's called so I'm eating a cookie when I was off screen. It's called Tidbits. We look ahead at the games releasing for the week, and we'll see what we have in store this week.
Give me 1 sec. I think my computer's taking a while to think here. Hold on 1 sec. So I gotta. What's this?
Yeah, your computer and me are similar. We both take a while to think, Fuzzy. Yeah, thank you all for being here this week. I know you all miss Pong like I do, but it'll be okay. We'll get through this together. It was not a square cookie, masshole. I don't know. Do they have square cookies? Yeah.
I mean, you just get a cookie cutter, right?
Can you make me some square cookies, unique ones? Is that what you guys were saying? I like Wendy's is because of the square patties. I just now fucking got that. I see. See, I told you I'm fucking slow, man. It takes me a while to think. I just got it. I do like Wendy's. I don't necessarily care if the patties are square, though. But I will tell you, if there was a place called Unique Square Burgers, I would probably be more intrigued to go.
So if Wendy's changed their name to Unique Square Burgers, you would go to Wendy's more?
I'm going to go to any place called Unique Square of something that's usually circle. Okay? If there's Unique Square Pizza, hey, I'm fucking it. I'm going.
You're fucking it. Whoa.
I'm fucking going. You know, like what? Like I'm trying to think of things that are circular shape that would. Hey, what about if it's not even circular? What if it's like a taco shape that we? Hey, Unique Square tacos. I'm gonna go fucking try a Unique Square taco. Who
They
wouldn't?
do make square watermelons in Japan.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys think I'm crazy. I did misread the sign. It said Union, not Unique. So it's Union Square. So obviously they were just round donuts, and I was highly disappointed. Kate had to talk me down from throwing a fit in the restaurant because I said, "Why are all your fucking donuts circles? You said they were uniquely square." And no,
We just watched a game about an egg rolling away, by the way.
huh?
Yeah. This first one is
oops, my
egging
bad.
Series X and S and PC this Thursday. Amazingly, it's only $12.74.
Yeah, it had some unique square joints, masshole.
That was ugly. You'll do better next time.
This is the third time I've watched this trailer now because I didn't realize Matt didn't have it playing in the background.
Yeah, my bad. I was talking about square food.
Should allow you to have a square egg in this game.
Oh, how would it roll?
Oh yeah, instead of like you can get square tires.
we try again?
Unique square tires? I would buy them just to try and see what it feels like to ride on them.
It's fucking real bumpy.
Yeah.
It's like some Flintstone
Right,
shit.
This next one is Hyrule Warriors, Age of the Imprisonment on Nintendo Switch 2 finally this Thursday for $69.99.
Nice. Unique square enchiladas. I'd try it.
So
This
you're
one's a
gonna
bit of
open a square donut shop, and I'm just gonna open one that sells triangles, and we'll see who has the better shape.
We'll see. I would say.
This one's a
Go ahead, Fuzz.
Oh no, this one is strange. This one is Pools coming to iOS this Thursday. It's free to play with in-app purchases.
This is one of those trippy mindfuck games.
You know, poles are usually square shaped.
And
Maybe we should
rectangle.
make round poles.
Most of them are rectangle. It's different than square.
Yeah, that's true.
Unique square pool. I'm in.
Aware of the business that brings me here.
I was waiting
Okay.
for you.
Iberia Remastered, coming to PS5, Series X and S, and PC this Thursday for $29.99.
Vorarlberg is somewhere in Siberia.
This matter really is cause for concern.
I wish you good luck, Miss Walker.
There's something I'm looking for.
I would say, Jasper, I think most people would choose my donut shop.
Yeah, because you get more donut.
Because my portion size would be twice of what yours is. Because if you cut a square in half, you can make a triangle.
I can't open it. I need a key.
And honestly, I think both of our businesses will not do great because I think the circle donut is just already peaked, you know?
Would my hole in my donut be a square also?
That way, Siberia.
You'd have donut cubes.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. They would also be little squares. Huh? Yeah.
Can I get a box of square donuts? Sure, and it fills up every corner of the box.
I'm gonna call my local donut shop in the morning and I'm gonna ask, hey, can you make my donut square?
And they're gonna immediately hang up.
Don't scare me.
I'll say I'm having a square party. All the donut shops around here do like birthday party stuff, so.
This next one is The Last Caretaker, coming to early access on PC this Thursday for $31.49.
Say we're having a square dance. This is interesting.
You are in Texas.
Yeah. Spin your partner round and round.
The dock systems are offline. Without them,
But only in a square. Can't do circles here.
so we can sail again.
That's a good question about the square donuts, if they have a hole.
See, a square has points, whereas a circle, there are no points. It keep going.
I'm trying to think of other circular foods.
Pie?
Pie? I don't like pie. And I was gonna say cake, but cake comes in squares or circles. But I've never seen a square pie.
I mean, burritos are kind of round.
Yeah, they're like cylindrical.
Yeah,
Cylindrical.
cylinders.
This next one is Tiny Lands 2, coming to Nintendo Switch and PC this Thursday for $8.49.
Nice. Bagels? I mean, but like bagels, like pretty much a savory donut.
I mean, you could do like hamburger buns.
To explore.
Yeah. What, baby? Yeah, he just said pancakes.
Hidden collectibles.
How about a square soda?
It's just a soda.
Your soda
Style.
comes in the shape of a square instead of a cylinder.
Yeah.
Would you try it?
Cubed drink.
Just because they change the shape of a can, I'm not gonna fucking just buy it. I'm sorry.
Unique square drinks.
Discover hand-crafted stories. Can you find them all?
Am I
I'm
just
just
like
gonna Google
proving I'm
man
like easily to target for gimmicks at these fast food places?
Yes.
Tiny Lands 2.
Apples? Square apples? Isn't that like... We can get all that in Minecraft. Square fruit?
Meatballs. Meat cubes.
Meat cubes?
Right,
Can
this
you?
is
Yeah, you can already
Anemo
buy meat
Gate
cubes.
of Memories 1 and 2 Remaster, coming to PS5, Series X and S, and PC this Friday for $26.99.
The messengers of the end
Yeah, they make meat cubes for like party trays.
hold our fate in their
Yeah,
hands.
but like a meatball is just like
Man
different than a
cursed
meat
with
cube.
eternal life. A girl
There we go.
who bears the calamity
Kate said bacon.
and one
That fits
shall
perfectly
decide
on a sandwich or a
rise
burger.
or fall.
I'd be down.
Or like
Bacon
sliced
squares?
bacon that's like a slice of cheese shape.
Yeah. You gotta fry it, and you know it comes in the size of your sandwich.
Sausage patties.
Square sausage. Well, then that we can't. Can we? Is Wendy's sausage patties for their breakfast sandwiches also square, or are they circle?
I have no idea.
I don't think so. I think just their burgers are.
Why are their burgers square?
When
Because they're unique.
so they could advertise to people like
But they don't really advertise it. We
They
just
used
know
to.
it. Did they?
Yeah, they used to be like
Wendy's, home of the unique
I
square
think-
patties. Like,
their sausage and biscuits is square.
is it the sausage? Okay.
Yeah.
This is Thrasher coming to PC this Friday for $19.99.
Isn't Chunks from Starfield what we're pretty much explaining? Yeah, Chunks. Pretty much.
I like how we're not even paying attention to the games.
Honestly, there hasn't been much worth paying attention to.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks cool and all. It's not really up my alley. Thrasher. Dave Thomas said there was a reason they are square. Maybe he was
like
maybe he was one of those people that had a fear of holes or circles.
I thought it would just be like, look, they're fresh because we have to make them square or some shit. They're not frozen, right?
Yeah.
But
Right,
that's
this is Voidtron coming to Series X and S and PC this Friday for $22.49.
that doesn't make any sense, Dave, because I make burger patties at home and I don't make them square.
But be careful. Stop the train.
You
So
like Sicilian
Wendy's
pizza?
burgers are square because the founder Dave Thomas wanted them to be a visual representation of the company's commitment to quality and not cutting corners.
On the rails of fate. To find the tips.
But you don't cut
I get it, but wow.
So important.
when you hand form patties, right? Like we all do. You know, you take your patty and you like hand form it. Like you're not cutting a corner there. You're
But story will go in my direction.
yeah. Well, yeah, these aren't mass produced, but you would think to get them to be square instead of circle, they're actually still cutting off meat edges.
Guys will chase you. You need the powerful weapon to stop.
I think if they cut the corners, they could put that back into the pile and reconstitute them into more square burgers.
So he was
Or more round burgers.
he was basically trying to essentially say we get more meat because we get the corners too.
Okay. You choose.
Yeah, and also square patties are more efficient for grilling, fitting more on a flat top surface at once.
How do we
It
know
was all
that's
about
accurate?
efficiency, I'm pretty sure.
Can we like have a test where two companies put
Is it?
patties on a grill and see if you can fit more round or more square?
Well, I mean, that's just physics.
No, because you got you
I
can
think you
bug-
can fit the same amount of patties. It's just that the square ones will be touching, the round ones won't.
right.
Yeah, but
Well,
you're
only in 4 points.
but you're gonna have like if you put a bunch of circles next to each other, you're gonna have little hole like gaps in the middle. Or if you put a bunch of squares next to each other, there's not. So theoretically, you're getting more meat on the grill.
If you stagger your circles, you can maybe actually fit more. Because you can make up for that extra space left by the corners of
That's not true at all. You're fitting more, like you could cover the entire flat grill with squares, whereas circles
not
you're gonna have
necessarily.
holes somewhere.
What if the dimensions don't add up properly and you have like 3/4 of a burger sandwich hanging over the edge? You're not going to be able to use it. You could end up having a lot of leftover space because you just can't fit that whole.
Well,
row of
that's
extra
why when you
patties.
order your
Where-
grill, you order a fucking 40-inch grill if your fucking patties are.
So you fit the patties
It was just
perfectly to
divisible
fit a
by
certain amount.
40, yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, and like Torino says, it's not that unique because Crystals and White Castle also have square patties.
Yeah.
or turn any object
Oh,
into
by the
I'm
way,
just
this
saying
one is
what
Ambrosia
fucking Wendy's
Sky
dude said,
on
okay?
PC.
tools and your own ingenuity will help you explore hostile environments actively trying to trap and kill you. Across a variety of replayable mission types, you'll slowly piece together the mysteries of the colony and the mind.
Kate says, I don't know who that dude is, but he's right with the square patties.
We can't wait for you to experience all this and more when Ambrosia Sky Act 1.
Yeah, but like you have to like Crystals and White Castle also have like tiny patties, you know, and they're like pretty much. I mean, those things are so soft. They're like little meatloafs. So Fallout
This is
4.
Fallout 4 Anniversary Edition coming to PS4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X and S, and PC this Monday for $39.99.
Winner of more than 200 Best of awards. I want Wendy's now. Thinks me too.
Fuzzy,
Me too.
Fuzzy Tomato says Wendy's or White Castle definitely cuts corners.
100%.
I mean, if you ever seen the restaurant, you see how many cutouts they have on the top?
Someone who can bring the whole Commonwealth together in a common cause.
The holes are used to cook them faster. I think the holes are meant to be able to cook them, let them reach temperature, like, because those things are like so fucking soft and uncooked when you eat them. It's like I don't know how they're fucking, how they call it cooked.
Fucking White Castle is so gross.
So I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
Square cup sodas are a bad choice because cup holders are universally circular. So I could be like Wendy's and have my cup holder specifically made for my square sodas.
You say that, but my car, the fucking cup holders are kind of more square shaped, so when I put a fucking cup in there, it fucking moves around.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you need a unique square soda. Yeah.
It's like a rounded square. Like the corners of the square are a little rounded.
Yeah, there's just like a bunch of the like DLC content and stuff, I think, for this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're adding mod support to consoles or some shit.
Now, I think also on PC they could do stuff like full widescreen support and stuff like that. Because
The end of the world.
if I remember right, you would have to like before the updates and stuff, you would have to rig it to be able to do ultra wide.
Yeah.
This next one is Into the Grid, coming to early access on PC. It's Monday for $19.99.
That looks interesting.
Think of a roguelite with cards.
Yeah. Console already has mod support, I thought Poison said. Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. I haven't paid attention to that.
See, Matt, have you ever made cookies, Mav? You know when you put in the cookies on the pan and before you put them in the oven, he's like, man, I have like 3 more cookies I need to fit on this tray. So then you kind of got to like jam them in a corner, put them in like a weird middle spot. Or if you just had them all square cookies, you could cover that whole fucking tray.
No, because the cookies would be the same size. You wouldn't be able to fit any more cookies. In fact, actually, you could take advantage of that little spaces by moving things around to possibly fit more circle cookies than you could square ones. Your just square ones would take up the whole pan, as opposed to the circle ones leaving the extra space where you could possibly fit more.
Some of the pre-made ones where you get the dough, they come as squares, but when you bake them, they round off anyway. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Surviving Mars.
Well, that's just because gravity.
Surviving Mars relaunched PS5, Series X and S, and PC this Monday for $29.99. I did not realize that game came out originally like 7 years ago.
I took control, went
Oh.
solo.
Right, this next one is Goodnight Universe, coming to PS5, Series X and S, as well as Nintendo Switch and Switch 2 and PC this Tuesday for $19.99.
Aren't you just as cute as a button?
I came to understand I was something called a baby. I knew I was anything but normal.
Wait, what the fuck is this game?
My brain
I'm a baby!
grown faster than my body.
Or apparently, you're a baby with superpowers.
Like
You
a
have
super
the
intelligent
Force.
baby.
He's clearly got some stuff like pent up, some baby rage he can't get out.
Oh.
One thing had become crystal clear. I wasn't just Mama's perfect baby. But if I wasn't that, then what the hell was I?
You should be able to talk if you can do all that other stuff.
I have to go now.
Damn.
But don't worry.
It was trippy, man.
They will find you, and they will take care of you.
What the hell?
And then, when you're ready, they will get you home.
Oh, he brought up cinnamon buns. You could have square cinnamon buns.
Aw, don't give me that look. You two will get along
This game
great.
looks crazy, man.
Just be my
Cinnamon buns.
baby boy.
Let's
You don't
just
know how
get
Caitlyn
Let's
does
swear.
what, masshole?
Puts up with you.
What do you mean? What are you trying to say?
This next one is Luminous Arise, coming to PS5, as well as PSVR 2 and PC this Tuesday for $39.99 or $35.99 if you have PS Plus.
This is obviously made from the Tetris Effect connected people.
Mhm.
Which I loved.
I think it's made by MTV.
What is up with the fucking lady on the left? And right.
What's this? I don't know what the fuck this is. Is this just MTV?
Music television.
I just saw the little astronaut dude a few times. I'm like, wait.
I'll probably end up owning this. I really love Tetris Effect.
You also like music games. You bought that fucking one game where you play a trumpet or whatever the hell it was.
It was a trombone.
Oh.
Trombone Simulator.
Trombone champ.
Right. I'll probably wind up picking this game up again. The next game is NASCAR 25, coming to PC finally. I don't know why they had it staggered as far as release, but
How much?
$59.99.
How much of this have
I
you
was
been
for
playing, Buzz?
I have played pretty much all the tracks except for the road courses, because I'm still getting used to the cup level where they leave me at starts, although I've gotten better on the restarts now. But
Didn't you say this was hard and like you were struggling like winning races or whatever?
like when you try and do the cup level at 100% or more, it's definitely a lot harder than what I expected. The Bush series or the Xfinity and trucks as well as Arca, it's a little more doable at 100%. I'm not even going to bother with 105% where you can max things out because I have yet to do my own setups and stuff. But having fun with it. I got tons of little clips. I gotta put a bigger clip together when I'm doing a Talladega or a Daytona run. All right, this next one is Possessor. Coming to PS5 and PC this Tuesday for $19.99.
Oh, what the hell?
Wow. Photocopying his ass. Is this game just about a printer's life? Like, what the hell?
Kinda. It seems like it's almost going to be like the other game that came out the other day. Was it Dispatch or something? But like a different group of types of characters instead of superheroes. It's demons.
Oh, okay.
Although
Now we're just in a Metroidvania game.
Or side part to it. Too.
I don't want to be a copy machine.
I don't think you are. I think you're fighting them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was the weirdest trailer for that game.
Yeah. I'll leave it to Devolver. Alright, this next one is Rue Valley. Coming to PS5, Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch and PC this Tuesday for $29.99.
Did y'all see Devolver's comment to GTA delay? Like, if you guys need a publisher to get things back on track, just hit us up. It's greatness.
Honestly, I can't tell if I'm controlling him or if he's just me with better posture. This is my Eugene Harrow, stuck in a 47-minute.
I'm actually surprised they haven't had their hand at trying to create a indie version of a GTA 5.
To people who don't know they're saying something that matters.
Some trees will keep growing toward the sun, even.
Well, we had that one. Was it the Precinct? That was like the old school GTA style game that just came out, like GTA 3.
Oh yeah, but you play as a cop or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He says what I wish I could say. He punches vending machines, tells people off, doesn't second guess, just goes. He's not unkind. He's just done pretending to be okay. Me? I'd apologize to a chair for bumping into it. But this guy, he flips off the sky, and when it explodes, he doesn't flinch. They broke your time. Go get him, bro. Your Mr. Harrow will be available November 11th, 2025. Ha!
I don't know what you do in that game besides walk around and flip people off. Oh, here we go. Saber 2 Remaster. This one's for you, Pong, too. I loved this game.
The PS5, Series X and S, as well as PC this Tuesday for $29.99.
This world is sacred. This was a co-op dungeon crawler looter, came out on the 360 era.
Yep.
ARPG. And it is back compat. They added back compat on it like a year or two ago, but this is a remaster. How much was it, Fuzz?
Oh, it is $29.99.
Nice.
Now this next one is Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, coming to mobile, so you can get it on your iPhone or your Android phone. It's free to play with in-app purchases.
Okay. Pong can play it now when he's taking his shit because he's obsessed with this game.
And he takes a lot of shits.
Yeah. Guy lives on the toilet, if you guys didn't know.
All right, this is the last one called Winterboro.
Oh,
Coming to Xbox One, Series X and S, Nintendo Switch and PC this Wednesday for $19.99.
The little mouse learned how to knit warm clothes. They fixed the stove and filled the air with the scent of fresh.
Wasn't this at
They brought the bird
Xbox's game show
Yeah.
this summer? Yeah.
Now, it doesn't list it as coming to Game Pass. I think this one is not coming to Game Pass.
Well, that's a shame.
Our doubt was put to shame.
Did those ants kill the mouse?
Yeah.
They saved
Oh man.
You get enough ants will fuck up a mouse.
Those are big ants too, though. You ever seen an ant as big as
Or it's a small mouse.
Like, I
It's
guess.
maybe a mouse the size of an ant. You never know.
Could be. You're right.
Wow, what a shit week.
Oh man. Well, I mean, everybody's gonna be playing arcraiders and Battlefield, and I think, was it next week Black Ops comes out or something like that, or the week after?
Yeah.
You know, we got the world is consumed by Supermarket Simulator and Power Wash Simulator 2, which I also did try that also, guys. It's really good.
I've got like 6 hours into that. So
Yeah. Man, I'll tell you,
And
they
then
added a
Ball
lot.
Pit.
Ball Pit, yeah. I mean, there's so
Yeah.
much to play right now, man. Like Power Wash Simulator, when I was playing it, and then like the one of the first ones you do is like, oh, it's just a simple job. You clean the floor right here, kind of. Oh, and then you do it, and then it opens up. Oh, there's a fucking like second layer to this. Oh, then there's an inside to it. Like I was like, what the fuck? They're definitely stepping it up. You have this whole like headquarters now and shit, and yeah, man. So that's really good. Yeah, Satisfactory also has been taken off. Poison says, been seeing a lot of people talking about that. It looks pretty crazy. But yeah, man,
it's been on PC for a while. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
a lot of games to play right now. So, but thank you all for watching the show tonight. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't already, go find something that usually is round and think of what it would be like if it was square, and give it a try. But appreciate you all. Fuzzy, thanks for being here, dude, and thanks as always for setting up the tidbits. Tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
As always, love doing this podcast with you and Jasper. Just always love talking about the industry and everything gaming related, whether it's hardware or software, and sometimes the crazy stuff we see on social media. But all in all, you can find my rambles and rants on anything gaming related on the internet. Just do a search for Fuzzy Belvedere. You'll be able to find me.
Right on, bro. Thanks, Fuzzy. Go check out his rambles and rants, everybody, wherever he is. Jasper, thanks for being here as always as well, dude. And tell everybody where they can find you, sir.
Yo, check it out. Lord Jasper on Twitter, all that fun stuff. Here every Thursday night that Mav streams, I do this show when I can. And after this, I'm going to go hit the gym for like 30 to 40 minutes. So that's what I'm doing. That's where I'm at. Find me there.
Cool.
Or don't.
Yeah, guys, go find him at his local gym. I welcome everybody to go bother Jasper while he's working out and say, "You that guy from that podcast? Talking about how to fit square burgers on, you can fit more of them on a fucking pan than round ones."
No, are you thinking like a round pan?
No, I'm talking about a rectangle, like a rectangle pan,
like a Blackstone flat top, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you fit more squares on that.
No, you'll fit more rounds.
No.
Yeah, you'll fit more rounds because the extra space is left over the corners. You can manage finagle more stuff in there.
No.
You got no wiggle room with the squares. You got wiggle room with.
You get an extra long spatula. You put 3 fucking patties like straight up. You get an extra long spatula. You can flip 3 patties at once.
Yeah.
You don't need any room. If you know how to flip, you don't need any room.
What is the amount of burgers I can fit on a spatula to flip have to do with how many burgers you can fit on a grill?
I have no idea. I'm just making this shit up. But you can definitely fit more squares than you can circles.
No, it's not.
Cheeseburgers.
All right, think about this, okay? What from top point of reference to the bottom point of reference on the circle burger patty, and let's say that's the same size as the squares, okay?
It's basic math.
It is what I'm. Yes, it is, because you have less area in the circle than you do the square, because the corners are missing. So that leaves space on the grill.
But
extra space.
Okay,
if you have no extra space, over a period of like, let's say 30 burgers, you can finagle and use that extra space by lining things up properly to take advantage of it, to where you might get an extra burger or two that is left from that open space. If your burgers are square, there's no fucking open space. You're not finagling shit. Everything is just where it's at.
If you have let's just keep it simple. If you have 1-inch square patties and 1-inch circle patties, and you have a 10-inch grill, you're going to be able to fill the entire grill with patties. Where if you only have circles, you're going to be missing some circle patties out of that.
No, you won't be missing any circle patties. Because
you have the holes in between each of the 4 circles where you can't fit anything.
But that doesn't take away the ability to put the same burgers in the same spot as the circles. Think about it. How are you in the Space Force? How does this happen? How are you in charge of our satellites? Think about this. Think about the grills and the amount of fucking...
I know what you're trying to say, but you're wrong.
I don't get it. I don't understand. We will figure this out. One day you're gonna come visit me, Jasper, and we're gonna film a video of 2 cookie sheets. We're gonna just have 2 cookie sheets, and we're gonna film it, and we're gonna make the same fucking size burgers in circle and square form, and see if I can fit more square ones on that cookie sheet than you can your fucking square ones. All right, everybody.
What does your wife say about this?
Dude, can we fit more squares or circles? Jasper just asked. Well, let's say that they're the same size. They're the same size. So the square, but the circle has little extra edges, left because it's circle.
I think probably either square or the same.
How would you fit more square? The squares technically take up more space than the circles.
I think you fit the same amount. It's just that you get more coverage with the square.
The space doesn't take up space. The space is space for other burgers to come in.
It's not enough space for
How do you just double stack your burgers?
You can finagle things. Think of it. Okay, babe.
A circle so much.
You know when we're making Christmas cookies and we have them on a cookie sheet?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you know how we do cutouts? Right? Yeah. Okay. So let's say we cut those cookies out and they were all the same square size. Now, because we're making candy canes and all this other shit that leaves extra space on the cookie sheet, we can fit more cookies.
But that's candy cane shape. That's not a square or a circle.
Well, the circles leaves the little corners, so you could finagle the burgers in a way to get at least one more extra burger on there. I'm telling you guys, I'm fucking right on this. I don't care what Jasper says.
Do you think Wendy's? You're wrong. Do you think Wendy's did not think of this? They probably had a whole fucking team of Wendy's people be like, "Oh, we can fit more squares. That's why we make our burgers square."
I think Dave Thomas is a fucking moron. I think it was a sales gimmick, and he's a moron. I think he was just too lazy to fucking cut the corners on his processed square fucking meat. Liar. I'm saying he cut corners by not cutting the corners. All right. Everybody, thank you all for being here. Have a good one. We'll be back next week. Take it easy. Peace.
Arguing triangle.
Later.